Welcome to Misguided Assets. My name is Saki,
My name is Fighter.
My name is Joshua.
and today we have a guest. Guest, introduce yourself.
Here is Big Riko in the building. Yeah, I know what it is.
All right.
Nice.
Nice, yeah?
All right.
What's your topic for today?
Should schools add cameras in the classroom? So how do you guys feel
Ooh.
about that first off? Like, do y'all think that they should or shouldn't?
What
It
should
de-
I say again?
If schools should add cameras into classrooms.
Kind of going into the. It's just kind of going into the
The dark
future
side.
of constantly being watched. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I guess the question is why. Probably for maybe shootings and stuff like that. So obviously that's still big, and schools nowadays are still trying to stop um kids from doing that because that is still a problem.
hmm
I wonder if it's for that specific purpose and specific reason. Other than that, it's just I mean, don't they already have cameras? Don't schools already have cameras?
They have it
They don't
outside
have
of
them in the
classrooms, but not
classroom.
In
inside the
classrooms,
classroom.
no.
I think I've
Hmm.
seen one or two places that they've claimed that they have cameras inside of classrooms, but that's a big
Hmm.
moral dilemma because
Yeah, they're
if
not
it's
allowed to do
inside the
that.
Yeah.
classroom, it's going to be peering into the livelihoods of both the teacher and the student. And at that
Yeah.
point, I believe it will
Mhm.
disrupt the relationship a student will have with their teacher. Not in a sense of just an actual relationship, but in the way they teach. Because if a teacher is just constantly monitored, right, it's going to be harder for them to be able to give the energy required or the ability for them to teach and get the students to engage. Because some of it, I'd say, will require some sort of risk, right?
I think it depends
Yeah.
on who's monitoring. Because I would just assume it would be purely by security, who doesn't really
But you
care
would
about what goes on in the school.
Yeah, but the thing
but you
is,
Not
never
they
not
know
but
who
always.
yeah,
You would
exactly.
assume that, but not
Because
always.
as we were in high school, like at least the superintendent would come walk in to make sure the teacher's doing their job, right? Now, if you have a
Yeah,
camera there, how do you know if the superintendent's there watching you or not?
you never know who's really watching you for.
I guess you never
Exactly.
really know. Yeah.
And this doesn't even take into account the students, right? What if they do
Mhm.
something that is morally wrong or questionable or is something that is private to their own lives, but the camera picks it up and they get suspended or they get put in detention for it and it stays on their record?
I mean, but
Hmm.
cameras are on in the hallways, and I'd say students probably are more likely to do stuff in the hallways than they are in your classroom.
I mean,
So
have you not
Um.
seen the videos where the teacher walks out of the classroom and they all like start dancing on top of tables and like acting like monkeys? Let's just be real
I
here.
mean, yeah, but that's become so much of a meme that I think people just expect that now. It's the same thing with food fights. It's where people know that it might happen at some point, but they just already have things. Why do I bring in food fights anyway? But just it, I don't think it's that big of a deal. And even so, it's jumping on the desks. If there's any residue of kids jumping on the desk, then they will get punished anyway. Or in fact, probably the entire class will get punished because the teacher will have no idea who started it or who did it.
I mean, but that
Well.
brings in the students that haven't done anything.
Yeah.
Exactly. With a camera, it's possible, although highly unlikely, to determine who actually did that or not. I don't know. To me personally, I don't really care because I just feel because I feel like cameras are just everywhere nowadays. There's cameras out in the streets, there's cameras in grocery stores, and honestly, I think it's fine as long as it's mostly the security that looks at the cameras and only maybe the superintendent when it's needed to. Because I don't imagine it's someone constantly monitoring live feeds from all the cameras. I'm pretty sure it's just the security. Um and and only have recordings in terms of just if they want to prove a kid's story or do some or try and get actual police footage and stuff like that. So I don't think it's going to be as invasive as I think it possibly is. Well, yes, there is always the possibility of someone just going into the camera room and monitoring kids and doing who knows what. But you could say the exact same thing about everywhere. Like someone could go into the grocery store. Some employee could go into the grocery store to stalk someone. Someone could use the street cameras to try and follow someone home. That just happens. The difference is just that it's kids now. So I mean I don't really know.
Mm-hmm.
Personally, I'm against it. Um, depending on the teacher, it may make them worried that if they do something wrong, they might get worried worried about getting fired for it. It just adds unnecessary stress to the lives.
Agreed. I take the same stance on that. What do you think about that, Rico? What is your perception and
I
take on
mean,
this?
for the dude that agreed with it, how would you feel if your kid did something like? How would you feel knowing that your kid is going to school every day, and while he's in class, he's being recorded, and he could be watched by anybody at that school, any administrative staff? You don't know what they do in their spare time. You don't know if they like little kids, and they could just be watching your kid every day.
I mean, it depends if they have any actions towards that kid. Because like, if any person does that to a kid of mine, then that's like obviously assault. And the thing is, like, it's recorded proof. Um,
No,
so it's
no,
like,
I'm saying if the dude is watching the tape of your kid, they're not doing anything to the kid, but they're watching your kid, and they're having
I'm,
those thoughts about your child.
I mean, what's the difference of bringing my kid to the grocery store and someone seeing on that camera, or bringing my kid to my car and having some street camera that's monitored by the police also see him?
I think the
Like,
problem
Okay,
here is the fact that there's more cameras involved. And we can even argue the case about the clear backpacks when they were issued to the high school. I remember one of the cases
Yeah.
against having it was what if a girl had hygiene products?
oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure the clear
Exactly.
backpack. I'm pretty sure the clear backpack thing was all just because of school shootings. Like the main
No, of
reason why we,
course.
we were all forced,
Yeah.
was to prevent ourselves, was to prevent any kids from bringing in guns
Yeah.
and stuff like that. And
Also,
of
remember
course,
the
it's
lanyards?
cheap.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that too as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember kids joking about how it's supposed to keep us bulletproof.
Hmm.
We
Wait,
still
really?
have to wear
Yeah,
we still have to wear lanyards nowadays, bro.
really?
Yeah.
Yes, we still have
Why?
to wear
It
lanyards. I mean,
doesn't do anything.
I don't doubt that.
they say it's to protect us, but I'm like, if you're getting off of a
Identification.
if you're getting off of a bus,
I mean, even if I
actually
didn't have
not.
an ID or lanyard on me, the guy or one of the administrators would just walk up to me and say, "Okay, go to the front office, buy a new lanyard, and or a badge, right? And that would be around $5." I got caught three
Yeah, they
times.
still do that.
Yeah. That's
I,
what
I
I think is
remember
very
I
funny.
remember going a whole day without an ID. I think I had either someone else's ID on me and I was just using that, or I just didn't. I had the ID cover. I just had that attached
Yeah.
without any card in there, and I never got
Oh
caught.
yeah. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie, I do that sometimes. Or like what I'll do is I'll just put my ID in my pocket, and whenever the administrators ask me for, I just pull it out. I show it to them,
Yeah.
and then when I walk away, I just put it right back in my pocket. I refuse to wear that outside of my clothes, bro.
Oh my
I ain't
god,
gonna lie.
that
That
is
shit
a
is not it.
yeah, no, I freaking did not like wearing the lanyards for so long. After a while, I got used to it, but I didn't need the
Same.
lanyards. And also just going back to like the clear backpacks for a second, I think the reason why I decided to do clear backpacks instead of like metal detectors to check for weaponry is just because by clear backpacks, the parents have to pay for it and not the school. So I don't
That's
know, I just
true.
thought that was kind of funny, honestly. I'm
And they
pretty sure
only
that's
did.
the main reason.
And the dumbest part was that they only use metal detectors like twice a year.
Yeah.
You know we don't
While
even
other
have
schools
metal
actually got
detectors
them
at my
installed.
school. You hear me, Kogo?
Yeah, what's up?
Nice.
We don't even have metal detectors at our, what's called at my school.
I'm talking about the
Damn.
wand ones where you find at the
Really?
airport. Those things are cheaper.
Nah, they don't even check us
Well, like
at
the
all. Like
Mm.
people bring weapons to school, and I'm like, bro, when are y'all gonna realize? I remember some kid brought a switchblade, and then we were all on lockdown because the kid had a switchblade. I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh my gosh.
I mean, they're just scared because like that's just the thing with society is like I feel like a lot of things that go on, like a lot of atrocities that happen, a lot of stuff that happens, we as a society are more sensitive when it happens to kids, when it involves kids. Like a murder that happens, we sometimes just see it on the news and that's mostly it. But when a child dies, that's
I
when
mean,
shit hits the
true.
fan. So it's like that's just kind of a thing. It's like that's probably why we have cameras, clear backpacks, and metal detectors and lanyards and stuff like that. And we don't have that like outside in the real world. It's because we as a society are more protective of kids.
I
We
think at
value
that
kids'
point,
lives more than adults.
I think at that point, if we're that scared about people shooting up schools, which I do agree is a major problem, I just don't
Yes,
think
it
that
may.
lanyards or clear backpacks are going to save that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie.
It's an
Because
attempt.
Cameras would
Yeah,
have
you're
Well,
right.
more of
Probably right.
a helpful extent on that and identifying who is the culprit. But in all actuality, I think you just should have more trained professionals on campus to help break down the
agreed.
situation, or
Right.
actually locking the doors while classes are in effect. So therefore, someone has to break
Or
in.
I think I think that does happen
or
though.
Yeah, but there have
or
been cases where that hasn't happened. It happened
Yeah,
at a
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
kindergarten.
But aren't most school
Ooh.
shooters like actually just students? Like they aren't like
I
Not all of
outsiders
them.
barging in with guns. They're
Not
just
all of
Uh-huh.
students
them.
themselves.
Wasn't
Not
there
all.
a
Okay.
recent shooting that involved somebody who used to be at that school? They're like a grown ass adult,
Hold
and they
that's
shot
on.
what
up
I'm saying.
a
I
Christian
feel like
school.
a lot of the school shooters are like formal students. Like
Exactly.
Oh.
they
I'm
don't
trying to remember
really
the case.
know them.
Fighter, are you looking it up like currently?
No.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. I I will though.
Okay. But yeah, there have been instances like that. It's not always just the person who's getting bullied at the current time, which gets to that point. It also happens to people who are already long past the span of their time staying out there.
Hmm.
Um,
That's interesting.
I'm not gonna lie.
was it
I did not know that.
was it in Nashville?
Yes, yeah, it was a Nashville shooting.
Okay, okay. Happened and I assume March 28th of this year.
This year, I thought it was last. Maybe you're right.
Yeah.
Maybe you're right.
Yeah.
Um,
But moving on from that,
Yeah.
yeah.
did you
Oh, I
guys
was gonna
know?
ask you,
Oh,
huh?
Oh.
oh, you have more?
I was gonna ask how you guys felt about drug dogs at school.
Drug. I mean, I never had a problem with that. They only came out around once,
Yeah,
and that's
same.
it.
I
Drug
Pretty
mean, the reason
much.
why I'm asking is because at
dog.
my school, a lot of times they have drug dogs just going around. Then they have to come to a classroom and smell people's backpacks, and I'm like, bro,
Are
I
they
mean, it could
Yeah.
just
adorable
be
at
the
least?
area that you're at.
Are they are they good looking dogs? Are they adorable looking?
We
I
had
don't know
uh,
adorable looking
dogs.
ones in ours.
Yep, we did.
I don't think I've ever seen one of the dogs. Maybe I've
They
seen
were
like
they
Really?
would roam. No,
I
they
don't know
would roam
specifically at the
into
school.
the hallways. There was
Oh,
like
would
two
they?
of them. There was like a one was a medium height. I don't even remember the breed. I just thought it was odd that there's two dogs inside the school. A
Yeah.
medium height one and a very small one.
Man, I would love to pet the dog if I didn't fear for my life that it would chop my hand in half.
well, like, how would you feel if like the drug dog, like, let's say the dog just geeks out, right,
Yeah.
and it
Mm.
bites a student that it thought was a threat, but then the student was innocent. How do you feel the school would react?
I
How do you
mean,
feel they would
the drug
handle
I
dogs
think
are
that?
usually not a part of the
yeah,
school. It's of the department they call upon, which is outside the administration.
yeah. One
Oh, see, I didn't know that.
Mhm.
that's not likely to happen because they are fully trained dogs. They wouldn't be
Exactly.
bringing them out in the force if they weren't fully trained. And two, even if like the event like that does in fact just happen, I'm pretty sure it's like something like about the police force would actually
Exactly.
get sued for that, and not really the school, because the school just hired them to do that and trusted they were trained professionals, and so you know probably be that police force that would probably be sued or something like that. Maybe, who
Exactly.
knows?
I don't know.
Tell me a little bit about the college life, guys. Like, I want to know. I want to hear you guys talk about it. Tell me a little bit about the college life.
Yeah, man, I do it all from home. It's cheaper that
Oh,
way. You really think I'm gonna pay for in dorm costs, which skyrocket the price by like
Yes.
5 to 20 times depending on where you go? I remember
Yeah,
seeing
that's
that.
why I
I
was
remember
thinking.
seeing at one place it was like $20,000 for dorm room, and I was like,
that's a,
no, no, I'm good.
That's why I was
so you give
thinking.
me
Like,
this.
I feel like it would be financially smart to actually go to college from home instead of going to a dorm room or going on campus.
God,
I feel like the only real reason you would have to live on campus is if you were like an athlete or a part of one of their extracurricular activities.
I still think it's good to.
guys,
I think it's still good to do a dorm room because you get connections, you get lifelong friends, possibly.
Mhm.
There's a
guys.
lot of benefits to joining the dorm rooms.
Guys, I'm right here.
I
I'm
know,
living in a dorm right
I know
now.
you are.
Freaking my
Yes.
apartment cost like $3,000. It wasn't even that expensive.
I mean, you're up in
It's like
Dallas. I'm talking
3,000 per
about places
semester.
close to me.
Oh, he's in Dallas. Dang.
Well, that was decently close. I will say it's like decently far, but not too far. You could actually probably drive here and then drive back. But anyway,
Exactly.
freaking the dorm room. I like after like going into campus, it's wonderful because the thing is like outside of going from home to school and then back, when you're literally living on like campus, you're basically you're basically like having a taste of what it's like to go out into the real world. At least that is how it was for me because now I don't have parents, I don't have siblings, I don't have them like taking me out to go grocery shopping or taking me out to do stuff with them. No, I get to decide whether or not what I want to do. So
But
by having a
don't you feel lonely?
I mean, yeah, but that's why I have dorm mates and roommates. I have like a group of roommates. But essentially, like me being in the dorm, it's like it's giving me a whole lot more freedom, but by that proxy, also a whole lot more responsibility. So I feel much more like an adult or learning how to be an adult here in the dorm room versus what I would probably be at home, in which like I would have to manage my parents and my brother and my siblings' free time because then they would also have stuff to do and they would want to bring me along with it. Meanwhile, I can decide, hey, this is what I want to do. This is when I want to do my work. This is when I basically when I want to do everything. I have a whole lot more freedom. And in
How
terms of
do
the lonely
you
bit, go ahead.
how do you stop your roommates from eating your food?
Oh,
You
we
don't.
okay. So I have like a total of 3 different roommates, 2 of which I was friends like a year prior back in freshman. And the third one was just someone brand new. And in terms of all of us 3, we basically just I think like our school requires us to fill out like a roommate forum, which determines what our like duties are essentially. But essentially what we basically do right now is like whenever we feel like it, we take out the trash, the recycling, do the dishes sometimes. And when it comes down to food, we each just buy our own food and put it into like the pantries and fridges. And when it comes to pots and pans, we used to all use the pots and pans together, but then now we basically just buy our own pots and pans and then use those. So essentially, we just basically buy everything we need for the kitchen instead of sharing. Um, so yeah, there's that.
What would happen if you caught your roommate eating your food?
Uh, I don't. Well, one, I trust my roommates that we don't do that. We're adults, and even if someone did do that, we have like what are called like TAs, which are or I think PAs. That's right, PAs, which are essentially like the leaders, the person that we call up to for our entire building.
It's
So if
like the
anything was
homeowners
happening with
association.
yeah, so
Oh
if anything
wow.
was happening with our roommates, I would just basically call on the guy that's in charge of our building and tell him about the roommate problems, and he could probably either try and sort it out or figure out some way to fix it. Essentially, so it's like we
Oh,
have a
okay.
higher up essentially thing. But yeah, no, living in the dorm is great. I'm just able to go wherever I want to. I'm able to just do whatever I want to do and whatever free time I want to. And it just feels like I'm creating my own home. That's what it feels like to me now. Is that like this place that I'm at, this isn't like my parents' home where I have to follow their rules and their restrictions. No. In this household, I get to control how I want to live and how I want to do stuff. And it's freeing. There's still a lot of responsibilities I have to worry about, but it's quite nice just being able to think and do for myself.
You're becoming your own
Yeah.
adult.
Exactly. Yeah, and also friends as well. Like I would say like both of my roommates in freshman year have become now like my main friends here in college. And now two of them are my roommates, and it's actually really fun. We play games together, we hang out together, go to the same class as each other. Like that's another thing with going on campus is that you have way more opportunities to make friends with other people. Because not only are you able to like make friends with the roommates that you currently have, but also you're able to go to clubs and other places like that on campus to which you could just talk to other students and interact with them as well. So
It's
yeah,
nice.
I
I,
yeah,
I feel like it'll be good. College experience for me. Well, when I do go to college.
You're gonna
yeah.
be going in
It always
person?
I don't know. It
I
depends
would
on
recommend it.
basketball. Like if I get a scholarship for basketball, I might have to go in person because I feel like if I don't get a scholarship to U of H or a school that's, close to home, I would have to go move out there. So I would have to live on campus either way. But that really
Mm-hmm.
depends on how far I go with basketball.
Yeah. Although I believe with U of H, I believe there's a certain ruling where if you live close enough to U of H, you actually don't get housing. Like you don't, you're not able to have housing
I
there.
mean,
That's what I've
what's the
heard with
requirement?
mine.
Like an
I'll
hour
check that.
away?
Yeah, check that out, Spider.
Oh damn. Well,
Because I'm thinking
damn.
about doing that.
Hmm.
Well, you're gonna go to U of H,
Yeah, either I'm gonna do U of H or another community college just nearby.
bro. You should do. If you do U of H, that'd be a dub. Not gonna
I
lie.
won't be able to see you
I mean,
then. That's the sad thing. We're 4 years apart. By the
yeah.
time
Damn.
you get in, I'll be out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, hey, fuck it, we ball, bro. We
Mm-hmm.
good.
Sugui, what are you planning on majoring in?
Oh, I'm still majoring in biology, but I might switch it to production.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, I want to get more into editing and all that.
Yeah.
Become my own producer. Create my own
Mm.
stuff.
That is. What do you mean, producer? Like producer of media, producer of business, producer of companies. Like what specifically?
Of media.
Oh, okay.
I
So
think
media
that
producer.
I think in this type of climate, media would be the best, even though it's oversaturated. There's still lacking editors though, so that is one thing.
That is true.
What's your go-to meal?
Uh,
In campus. Uh.
Just in general, like what's your go-to meal?
I mean, crap. I don't know, because like I usually buy my own food here, so I just buy whatever I feel like and make myself some variety. Uh, it's not like instant ramen or like spam if that's what you're thinking about. No, I buy myself like a good amount of food. That's what's crazy too. It's like I freaking go out to my local campus and try and buy like restaurant food because there's like restaurants around here, and I freaking go there and they're like $10 to get like a full meal, and they don't even fill me all that much. Freaking like I go to the 7-Eleven and they have like gallons of milk. They're like $4. I go to my local Walmart and get milk there. It's like a buck a pop. It's crazy how cheap cooking your meal. Like I'd probably say like you get like around the 60% off if you cook your own
Yeah.
food rather than buy it. It's insane.
I
I
can't
just buy a bunch of food and then
find
get variety.
anything on it.
Okay, then I'm probably wrong then.
sad.
But yeah, no go-to meal. I just kind of like sometimes I make cereal, sometimes I make eggs and beans with tortillas, sometimes I make some soup with canned soup. It's just whatever I feel like and whatever I have
I'm not
with
gonna
Mm,
lie,
variety.
mine is just orange chicken, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. Fried
that's
rice
my
and orange chicken, bro.
favorite.
Mm,
Yes, fried rice and orange chicken. That shit hits.
Exactly. Well, what do you think
I
about
need
sweet
a
and sour?
Ooh,
That's also
it's
fire. Come
okay.
on. Oh, come
I
on, bro.
just
I mean,
so I don't know, man.
if you're having orange chicken just homemade and you actually have the orange peels in it, I prefer not to have that. I don't
Oh,
know if
I don't really know.
I
I
don't
just
know if
like
you've had traditional. It to me it does not hit the same.
whenever I cook like orange chicken at home, like I'll use like I swear that Panda Express, when they, those bottles where they have like the orange chicken sauce, that shit does not taste like orange chicken sauce. That shit is too tangy.
I'm glad
It's
we
been a
still have.
while
I'm
for
glad.
me. I don't know. I
It
don't eat
tastes
Panda
too
Express.
tangy because then like all deep fry the chicken. Like I'll cut up some chicken breast and then I'll put them in the egg yolk and stuff. And then when I'm like deep frying them, then I pour on the sauce and it just tastes mid as hell. It tastes too tangy.
Yep. I think my next go-to one is just sesame seed chicken. One's also pretty good. Not too
I haven't had
sweet.
that in a while.
Huh? You haven't had that in a while?
Yeah.
You should. It's good, man. I'd say it's second best. But on to the next topic.
Right.
Did you guys know that Netflix creates their own games and has their own gaming studio?
They've had that for a
Yeah.
while, and Netflix Interactive, I believe, right?
I don't even know how the hell y'all know
I don't
this
know
stuff.
about Netflix Interactive, but it is like for anyone who has a subscription to Netflix, they have their own. They have access to Netflix games, which is basically a separate app, and I'm pretty sure it is in a second app, if I'm correct. So whoever has Netflix at this current moment is open to a bunch of mobile games at the right now, as of right now.
That's
What
Like
are the
awesome. All
mobile
right.
games do?
they had. I mean, do you guys know or follow the TMNT series
Uh,
whatsoever?
I know a bit of it. I watched a bit of it at Nickelodeon, and that's it. And just
They
like
have a
here and
Teenage
there.
Mutant Ninja Turtle game.
Yep, it's called
Oh,
TMNT Shredder's Revenge. I'm pretty sure
That's
it's not
mm.
just on their
that's
platform.
not a mobile game.
I think they sponsored to help pay for it, but they also slapped Netflix's logo on it as well because they helped fund
It-
the whole entire
That's
game.
sad.
So
Yeah.
wait, you could just
They have to
Mm.
slap their logo on something that they didn't independently create.
No, wait, no, it
And
can be played by subscribers. TMNT Shredder's Revenge can be played by Netflix subscribers.
that's
Hmm.
crazy.
That is insane.
Wow, that's insane.
Yeah.
I mean that just raises the value of Netflix's stuff. That's interesting. I'm curious
And
why, because like
and
they,
guess what?
yeah.
There's even more to this. So
Oh boy.
they did a
Oh
whole entire
boy.
series of trying to figure out the audience behind their gaming market. And so they tried doing their Hunter campaign without any advertisements. Only 1.7 million of their 221 million viewer base used the platform.
how
Used
much?
Netflix games. Only 1.7 million out of 221 million. And that's
Because I
without
mean,
advertisements. Without
because I
promoting it.
mean, realistically, who the hell is going on to Netflix to play video games?
I know, right?
True.
I think no one
True.
just knows about it.
Like I'm trying
Yeah.
to figure out. I'm trying to figure out
I
like
doubt it.
who was really in the office cooking that up, bro.
And I
Like
think
I think they've
whoever
been
made
just
that
been
business.
leaning that way.
yeah,
They've just
You
been
said what?
yeah, they've just been leaning that way because like they freaking ported Minecraft Story Mode to Netflix as
they
like an
did.
interactive Netflix film. Yeah.
Did they?
Like yeah,
Interactive
Minecraft Story Mode
That's
Netflix
is in
film.
crazy.
Netflix. Yeah, I know. It's insane.
I
And
ain't gonna
like
lie, Netflix is not. It's not that shit not working out. I don't know who. I don't know who's making these business decisions, bro. But this shit ain't it, bro. I
You
ain't
want to
gonna
know
lie.
why they're able to do it?
I think it's funny.
You want to know
Why?
why? Netflix revenue for the quarter ending for June 30th of 2023 was $8.18 billion. A
I mean,
two
because
Wow.
yeah,
there's mad people using Netflix. Like
for the
instead of investing in some video games, bro, invest in more films. That's the only reason people use the app. They're not going on to Netflix to go search for a damn video game.
but they could get
I
more money. And again,
was
they're
gonna
not really advertising it because they don't have any AAA games out at the moment. They're
True.
currently in the development of it, and I'm about to get
yeah.
to that in just a second.
Yeah,
So
can I
for
say something about that? Oh yeah.
yeah, go right
Can I
ahead.
say something about this real quick? Because like I believe this goes into like the context of like the fact that like Disney Plus, HBO Max, like all those different big companies also doing their streaming platforms. It's quite possible because I think like even before Disney Plus and all these other streaming platforms came onto the market, I believe Netflix was in itself like dying, like its money revenue was not going as high, and they're probably just trying to expand to other markets, see what other avenues they can go. Because right now, let's be honest, there's an oversaturation of streaming platforms now, and so Netflix is probably going to try and like go away from that and try and see what other avenues it can do, so that like these other big companies like Disney, like HBO, who have other forms of monetary value that they can lean on, Netflix is trying to find that for the same because they are only a streaming platform. That's how they get their money. They have nothing to lean back on.
You also want to know what's weird?
Hmm.
Netflix, you know how they used to rent out movies in person? I mean, kind of like similar to how GameFly worked, where people would rent a movie and they would
Did
have
they?
somebody. Yeah, they did. They had a service where they would deliver the movie to your house. So they weren't just a streaming platform, but they also delivered movies and shows to watch, kind of like GameFly and how they worked. They recently, like within this
I
year, got
forgot
rid of.
about GameFly.
Yeah, they recently
Did
in this
anybody?
year rolled back on it, and I remember seeing that they're setting up a Netflix store, which you can buy like other convenience items, kind of like a gas station or a Blockbuster,
Hmm.
and that's what they're going to be doing in the future. So we're going to have Netflix stores.
Who the hell
That
Oh.
sounds
wants that?
sick. That's just
I
another
don't know how to feel about
blockbuster.
that.
It
No, that's just
is.
another because a lot of people talk about how like they miss Blockbuster even though it went out of business.
There's only one store available at the moment. I'm pretty sure there's only one
Hmm.
Blockbuster in the whole entire world.
Really?
Only one.
Blockbuster's still around? That's
Only
crazy.
one. I
That's
don't remember
crazy.
where. It's somewhere up north. Where's in the
Who the
west?
hell is who the hell is keeping that shit in business?
In Bend, Oregon,
Ah,
I'm
there you
pretty
go.
sure.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty
In
sure you're right.
Oregon, of course.
Is Spider like the research guy? Like he just researched it? Cause I swear,
Yeah, pretty much.
how the hell
Yeah,
you search that up that quickly, bro? I ain't
he's a
gonna lie.
fast typer. I suck at typing.
Yeah.
I'm so slow. I never learned.
I'm
'Cause I
decently
mean,
at typing,
that's
but
like
sadly I
hella
broke
fast.
my D key.
We were just
Yeah,
talking about in a split second. This dude just
Right
searched it up.
there.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing.
exactly. Hey, man, he's
Yep,
able to mod for
Blockbuster,
2
Bend,
people at
Oregon.
once.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Wait,
I
like
am.
mod. What do you do? Wait, are you talking about mod
Um,
like a Discord server?
he's a Twitch
on
moderator.
No,
Twitch.
Twitch.
Yeah, he's a Twitch
Wait, so
moderator.
what do you do? Like, what do mods on Twitch do? Like, tell me about that.
Uh, um, b- um, most of the time, keep them chat clear of bots, jerks, misogynists, etc.
Nice.
Oh, okay. So you guys just basically get rid
Just
of
three
like
genders.
douchebags like in the chat.
Yes, yes.
That's pretty cool.
That is
All right.
Mm-hmm.
nice. Yeah.
So, out of a whole entire year's worth of revenue, Netflix makes around 126 billion. So 32
Okay.
126 billion.
Yo, they are
They've
cooking. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah. So they've
A
poached
lot of
some of their competitors' best guys. Raf Grassetti from the God of War department. He was the art director, mind you. They've also taken lead programmer of Gears of War. So they have also taken from the Xbox side of things.
Oh god,
They're
does that mean they're gonna make Netflix games?
Yeah,
Like
they are
Netflix published games? Oh
triple
my
A
god,
games. They've also
that's
taken
cool.
the former Halo boss, Joseph Staten. I'm pretty sure he was the boss of 343 Studios. So the
Nice.
people that made the
Industries.
last Industries, yeah. And
343 Industries.
it's the same to me, man. Potato, tomato,
Mm,
tomato, potato,
So
and
basically,
Chaco Sani.
they're just taking everybody.
Yeah, so Chaco Sani, he was the executive producer of Overwatch, which really did surprise me. I'm like, dude, are they gonna make a first-person shooter? Yeah.
Nah,
when Netflix.
facts is all these games they taking from
Hmm.
Sana is like and they're correlating between all of them.
Yeah. What genre would they even go into?
I mean, most of those are just straight up first-person shooters, and the God of War art director.
True.
I don't know. I mean, are we gonna see someone like Kratos on the battlefield with a gun?
We could.
Boy,
Boy.
boy.
Wait, did you guys see about like Netflix cracking down on people sharing passwords and shit? Or no?
Oh yeah, that's
No,
Yep.
old
we
news.
haven't. I still think.
Long ago.
Yeah, I mean, that happened a long, long ass time ago.
It's
Is it
still
really still
happening
relevant?
though. No,
Yeah,
it
it
is
is.
because like Because okay, story time. Because like the roommate that I'm not currently friends with, the person that I had, he basically bought a Netflix password mostly so that I could share with his girlfriend and to basically watch Netflix with her. But he ended up just not using it all that much, and so he had to basically take it down. So I don't have Netflix anymore. But I was using Netflix to basically watch movies and stuff like that. And just like after a while of like a few weeks, just like I get this pop up that says, hey, we need to verify and see if Netflix is currently on this home platform. So apparently the password thing, the stopping sharing passwords, I think they've done it and it's working. Because how I think
Yes,
it
because
works.
now you can't. Now they want to make sure that it's the actual
Yeah.
homeowner's Netflix, and it's like, damn.
Yeah, so now how it works is basically whenever you boot up Netflix, it basically asks you like or basically asks you to set up where the hub of the Netflix is. So basically like what household it's in. So basically you set it up and it basically says, okay, this household is the household that truly owns Netflix. So anything that's connected to that network is gonna have Netflix and is gonna be able to do that. Is gonna be able to use that. However, anyone who like share password, like maybe like across the street or in a different house, they will be able to get Netflix because they aren't connected to the same network as what Netflix is defined is the household of Netflix.
So
So
there's
essentially,
chicken
you can
IP.
only watch. Yeah, so essentially, you can only watch Netflix in your own household, and you can't watch it anywhere else outside of like traveling, of which there's a separate option for traveling if you want to like use Netflix for traveling. But
Don't
yeah,
they have like?
they've kind of cracked down on it,
I mean, how
honestly.
does the traveling thing even work?
I haven't tried it yet because, but yeah, it
Travels
seems
next
that worked.
door.
They've gone and bloody done it. They
Travels to next door
fixed the
neighbors.
password sharing problem. Huh?
You just travel to next door neighbors to give them Netflix for the day. Yeah,
It
I'm just
depends on
traveling
how
right
that
now.
works.
I have traveling mode
Yeah.
set on. Makes sense.
It depends on how that works. But yeah.
Yeah, uh-huh. Sure. Yeah.
Doesn't some of the subscriptions have like ads?
Um
Because for one of the subscriptions for Netflix has ads. I think it's like
But speaking of that,
$10.
Amazon Prime is doing that. As we speak, they're talking about in the future adding ads to their streaming platform.
Like, why the
Oh
hell
my
would you
god.
do that, bro? The whole reason somebody's using your streaming platform is because they're paying to watch stuff ad free, and then you're gonna add ads, and then they're gonna try
Yep.
and make some type of exclusive premium that you have to pay for to
Option.
have ad free
Mm-hmm.
on top of
More
your
That's
money
subscription.
for
that's what they
them.
said. They're gonna be raising the price on Amazon Prime. But
And
they
it's like it's just
Oh my god.
but
huh?
they currently have a deal for people who are in college like me. I only pay like $10 a month, which is not bad actually.
That's pretty. Why did
I
they
took
give a
advantage.
college discount? That's insane.
But I mean,
That's
it's just
interesting.
like
Yeah.
Hulu. Like the amount of things you have to pay for on Hulu, you have to pay for a subscription and premium
Bro, who uses
and
Hulu?
ad free. Huh?
Man, I
Who
want to watch
literally
Family
uses
Guy
Hulu?
on Hulu.
I don't know.
I want to
Did,
get Hulu just so that I can watch Family Guy and
didn't
that's it.
Hulu used to
Yes,
be a
Family
free
Guy,
streaming
Family
service?
Guy.
Hold on.
Hmm?
I'm pretty sure Hulu used to be a free streaming service until they got caught and they started charging people money.
I think most
They
streaming
got caught for
services used
what?
to be free, and then
Bro,
like you could pay for
Crunchyroll as
premium.
well? Hey yo. Crunchyroll
Crunchyroll is
used
the
to be the
dub.
same way.
It used
I
to be
thought it
free.
still is. Huh.
Yeah, they used to be free. They did it illegally. It's crazy.
They did it legally.
Illegally.
Amazing.
Yeah.
But
Who do you
yeah,
guys main on Overwatch?
Um,
I don't play Overwatch. Bad
True.
question.
Hulu
Terrible
did
question.
used to
Why
have a
would you ever
free
ask?
version, it seems.
Exactly.
Uh,
Yeah.
I remember watching I remember Yu-Gi-Oh on there. Kind of
Yu-Gi-Oh
lit.
ass.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yu-Gi-Oh
I'm
ass,
talking
bro.
about the original Yu-Gi-Oh. That thing was fire.
Nah, it's
Oh,
garbage.
not the four
Not the
kids
new
version.
ones. No. The 4 Kids version, they screwed it up. They did have good
I
music.
freaking you shall go to the Shadow
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Realm.
Yeah.
Off
I'll
to the
send you
Shadow
to
Realm.
my shadow realm.
Shadow Realm.
Exodia! I
God.
It
summon
just
Blue Eyes Dragon in attack mode.
Mm. Do you think we'll ever get like a four kid scenario of like just like any show getting massively changed for a younger audience. Do you think that will ever happen in our lifetimes?
No,
The way that 4Kids
have you
did
not
it.
seen the news? Teen Titans Go. Do you know how ass and how much? I don't want to say it,
Well, I mean,
but
yeah, but like that's more of just like a completely different show than rather than taking the same show and then making it for a younger audience. Like that's just a whole nother
but
show
that's
rather than
yeah
like
yeah. But that's the example. They changed it to the point where it feels like I'm watching brain rot. I'm developing brain rot as I'm watching Teen Titans Go. They ruined
I mean,
their franchise.
That's it. Okay, but like the craziest thing about Teen Titans Go is like okay, Teen Titans Go developers I think are completely unhinged because they know what they previously created. They know that Teen Titans was a beloved show by many, and they reference it multiple times. I honestly think like just like the people in Teen Titans Go, they're like they like they don't they I think they're having a lot of fun creating the Teen Titans Go show because it seems like the developers of that show really do enjoy making the show instead of whatever is Teen Titans like because you've got to imagine that some of the developers of Teen Titans then went on to create Teen Titans Go, which just boggles my mind that they have the balls to do that. I don't know. I think Teen Titans Go is a very interesting case because although yes, it is brain rot and yes, it is very very different than the original Teen Titans. I feel like that's by design. Like I feel like that's what they want. They want it to be like that. They want to move away. It's like the Teen Titans show hasn't even finished. It ended on a cliffhanger for God's sakes, and they keep making fun of it. So it's like they know, they're fully aware. They just do not care, and I love them for it. I don't know. Anyway,
Do you
I
know
think
the
that
definition of insanity?
that's what I think it is. Though I freaking love that because like they have their own movies, don't they? Like Teen Titans Go to the movies. Like that's an actual movie that's been made by Teen Titans.
I remember
It's
seeing
just
that.
insane how far they're pushing this series, despite the fact that they have a whole nother series that could have been watched. Like it's just that just to me is insane because it's like they know what they've done, but they're continuing to do it anyway. And so I feel like it's just like they want to work on Teen Titans Go. They probably like working on Teen Titans Go more. So they're just like, yeah, whatever. We'll just make whatever we want, and then just put it on Teen Titans Go. I don't know. I probably didn't word that correctly in terms of how I particularly think about Teen Titans Go, but I don't know. It's an interesting case. Teen Titans Go is very interesting.
Yeah, sometimes a little bit too interesting.
Being too interesting is what makes it interesting.
I think it's just rage bait. They just want the audience to get mad. It's almost like
Could
the
be.
Velma show all over again.
I mean, it is still
Oh
like a
god,
really
yeah,
popular
Velma.
show on
what was
Cartoon Network.
the Velma's show rating? I remember it
Hold
being
on.
like really close
Bad.
to 1.
Yeah.
Um, um, I, IMDb 1.6 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes was 39%.
That's still surprising.
Common Sense Media 2 out of 5. And audience rating 1.3.
Hmm.
Nice.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, yeah, what is up with today's and their freaking writers?
Right there.
They're just
I mean,
screwing
didn't
up
they just
everything.
have like a writer's strike? Didn't they
Yeah,
just have a writer's strike?
that's I don't know if
Yeah.
that's just the good writers, but it feels like we're having
Yeah.
bad written shows nowadays.
I think you're probably just looking at the bad written shows because I'm
No,
pretty
yeah,
sure
no, definitely.
there are a lot of good written shows too. I
Of
think it's a
course.
normal amount. What you're probably thinking more of is just like
The more
writers
mainstream ones.
for no writers for like networks. So like Cartoon Network for Nickelodeon for like stuff like that for the kids networks. That I have
Velma as a
no idea.
kid? You think
It's
Velma
Wait,
was
what?
targeted for kids? Are you
I
crazy?
I've never watched Velma, so I actually don't know where it was shown from.
Ooh,
But yeah, bad
ooh.
writers and good writers, they just exist, and it's just gonna happen. I don't think shows or movies nowadays are getting worse and worse writing. I think that's just our perspective. The shows we've been watching probably been that Because like
I
there are good shows that have really good writers, like the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Invincible just got its newest season after like a really long hiatus.
have not
Cobra
watched The
Kai, there's
Invincible.
still there are still long-lasting shows like Cobra Kai that are still out and about being like actual Netflix shows. Like
Yeah.
there are still good shows with good writing in them. It's just that there's also bad shows with bad writing in them, and that's fine. That's just what happens, I guess.
Have you
I
guys
bet kids
seen?
Like
nowadays are
Jujutsu
probably
Kaisen?
watching the stuff that we kind of think is weird and not good, and they're probably being like, "Yo, this show slaps," or something like
Have
that.
you
I
guys
don't
seen
know.
The Boys?
No,
What? No one
I
here has
know
watched The
of its
Boys.
reputation.
No.
I know of its
You guys are
reputation,
dead to me.
but I don't. Yeah, I don't. I watch Invincible, man. It's either The Boys or Invincible. It's, right? You
You
either
picked
watch one or the
Invincible.
other. I picked Invincible. Yes.
Oh my god.
Superhero shows are pretty cool though. Yeah. Mm.
Velma on hmm, Rotten Tomato on Tomatoes audience score for Velma is 6%.
That sounds about right.
Yep.
Jeez. Yeah,
Yeah.
sounds about right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I wonder if I should watch the show just to see for myself. That'd be a fun
Oh,
show for just us to watch. Just to
yeah.
see.
I'm not gonna even go into explaining why it's like it, why it's rated so low. I think it's just a journey people should find out for themselves.
I should watch it if I have time,
Right,
which I might not.
right here. Velma has been rated a TVMA, which can happen for various reasons, including graphic violence, explicit sexual activity, which I
Yes.
doubt is in Velma.
Oh,
How?
I'm pretty sure it is, or something close to
Oh,
it.
or indecent language.
That is also how, yeah, or close to indecent language.
Wait, what even happened in
No.
the show?
So yeah, Velma is rated TVMA, so not for kids and preferably not for teens.
Yeah.
So
But
it's an adult show that's based
Yes,
off of the family show Scooby Doo. Where are you? So you're
yes,
telling me
Yeah.
they made a
They
mystery house
changed it
show?
entirely, but it's all set in high
yeah,
school. Yeah, it's all set in high school. Velma and Daphne somehow get together. Fred, he's
Exists.
okay. Fred, he becomes a spoiled rich white kid that doesn't know how to
Mhm.
eat, how to feed himself at all. Like he literally cannot use a fork and a knife. I'm pretty sure, and he
Oh my
cannot eat
gosh.
whatsoever. So they treat him like as the dumbass of the show. He can't take care of himself at all. And I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to remember the rest of the cast. Shaggy, he's black in the
He's not in
show.
there.
No,
No,
he's
it's
black.
like I think
He's
he's
in the
given a
show.
different name though. He's not
Oh
like
yeah,
actually
Shaggy's
Um,
Shaggy gets turned black, and then Daphne is Asian.
Oh yeah, true. Well yeah,
Yeah,
and also like Velma's black. I know,
yeah,
I don't know.
Shaggy is Norris or something like that.
Yeah,
I
he's named
think.
differently. He's not actually Shaggy.
yeah,
So
Yeah.
weird.
interesting. Don't know, haven't watched
Is
it. Probably watch it before I make
is
my
is
opinion.
Hold on.
Scooby in the show or no?
Scooby? I don't even remember. I don't think I even saw him in there.
Right there. Um,
Yep, that seems like the cast.
Yeah.
and actually no, that's a bad picture of Daphne.
Yeah, by the way, just for the viewers at home or for the listeners at home, basically Fighter is just pulling up a bunch of pictures of the Velma
They
show.
see
Which
it.
you
They
can look
see
up on
it.
yourself if you
Bro,
want.
they're looking at it right now.
Or are they
Yeah.
actually?
Yes.
There.
I don't know. They were just gonna put it
Oh,
in editing or something like that. I don't
no,
know.
you should check out the channel.
No.
I
Yes.
should.
Okay.
Holy shit, you have the
So,
link.
I should watch some of that stuff too. Yeah.
back on topic.
Go ahead.
No, we're gonna have to deviate from the topic.
Okay,
Why?
yeah.
Rico, do you have anything else? Anything else to add of note? Do you have any other topic?
Gojo is the greatest anime character ever, and nobody's
Jojo?
better than Gojo.
He's talking
Nobody
about
can beat Gojo in one.
he's talking about JJK, which
Uh,
I believe
No one can.
no one else here has watched Jujutsu Kaisen.
Well, that's because
No.
all of y'all are lame. Y'all are all lame.
I thought you were talking
Okay.
about JoJo.
No.
Next to the topic, then I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have one, Fighter?
Yes, but it's mainly for me, Sugumi, and Riko.
That's
It's
fine.
an
Hey, go right
it's
ahead.
an Overwatch question, isn't it?
Yep, this
Yes.
must be Overwatch.
Of
Nice.
course.
Yeah.
We
I'll
love
stay
Blizzard.
silent. You guys can
We
have your
love
moment.
Blizzard. We love Blizzard.
Yes, Blizzard is amazing.
What are your thoughts on the upcoming changes, like the removal of the scorecards, or the rank resets, emerald weapons, new page for what's replacing in seasonal rewards, Hanaoka and Clash.
Okay, first of all, let's go about this one by one. What was the first one?
Um, Removal of the after match win cards.
What do you mean by the win
The
cards? Are you
hell
talking
is
about
that?
are you talking about the one where it shows the amount of damage you've done and stuff like that?
Um, um, uh, 5 wins,
Oh,
15
that. Okay, so
losses.
competitive
Yeah.
progress, the competitive
Yes.
progress tracker. Yeah, they're going to be getting
Yeah.
rid of that, and they're going to be going basically back to Overwatch 1 levels, where it will show you your progress within that rank using SR. But for this new updated one, they are not going to be using SR, but the percentage of where you're at in that current rank. It'll say like you're 9% above certain people in this rank. So you'll be like, let's just say you're Diamond 4 and you win a game. You go from 9% in Diamond 4 all the way up to 12%. Let's just say that. I'm just making a random number. Don't think that just one win brings you up only up to from 9 to 12, all right?
Looks like that.
Yeah. So it'll
Genji.
show you how far you are above a certain other person.
Genji.
Genji? No. No.
Yes, Genji.
Genji's absolute ass.
No, he's not.
Nerf him more.
Yes, nerf him
No,
more.
Genji.
Bastion's too
Genji.
overpowered. Let's nerf
Yeah.
it, Genji.
I don't care about Bastion.
Okay.
Audience, I hope you guys are Overwatch fans, because if you're not, you're gonna have to skip this part of the
I
video.
mean, the Blizzard episode has the most amount of views on our channel.
Because of Genji. It's 'cause of Genji,
Does
bro.
it really?
It does.
Oh god.
It's because of Genji, bro. It's Genji. It's Genji. Everything is literally Genji, bro.
No, Genji's
Life
only
is
good
Genji.
for aesthetics. He's not a meta at the moment.
Life
sadly.
is Genji. Life is Genji. Life is
Life
Genji.
is Roblox. Anyways.
Yes, it is.
Roblox anyway.
No.
Okay, but
Oh, y'all should play. Y'all
back
should
on
play this
topic.
one good. Huh?
Wait,
Y'all should
Roblox.
play
So
realistic.
no,
y'all should-
okay,
Wait,
guys, shut it. What was the next
what?
part?
The next part was the upcoming rank reset.
The rank resets? You talking about where we
Yeah,
are currently? They're doing a full MMR reset.
Yes.
Matchmaking rank reset. So if you're in gold right now, you have a better chance to be in diamond.
Wait, I'm about to be in diamond.
Maybe.
Big dubs.
They're also adding a new rank into the
Oh yeah.
into the fire as well. It's going to be called the ultimate rank, if I'm correct. It's going to be above Grandmaster.
I think
Above
it's
Grandmaster.
champions.
Champions?
hold on.
I'm pretty sure the director said that it was gonna be
Keep
ultimate.
talking. I'll do some research.
Yeah.
Mm.
Besides that, what do you think about them adding in the new emerald weapons as a competitive reward for the end of the season? So instead of just being able to get gold weapons, you can now get emerald looking weapons. Do I really believe it's going to change anything? No, I do not whatsoever.
Okay, yes, it is ultimate.
Man, yeah, I live and breathe Overwatch. Okay, I live and breathe. I keep up to date. That is my game for whenever
Mhm.
I'm bored. I
That
know
is
life Overwatch.
crazy. That's crazy. It's usually just like
Okay.
one of like I don't know. Never mind. Never mind what I was gonna say.
I have like the league sickness, but it's for Overwatch.
Mhm.
You live and breathe Overwatch.
Yes,
That's crazy.
been playing it since its release.
Um,
Mm.
h- how about the removal of rank restrictions in comp?
So you're saying just for the audience here that instead of just only being able to play within 2 ranks of each other, like your friends, let's say that you're in platinum and you want to play with somebody in bronze, but you're too far apart. So now you'll be able to play with your bronze buddies, but you'll be going against and matchmaking against people of the same skill tier. So that means they're going to have a platinum where their MMR, their matchmaking rank is going to be similar to your team. So if you have a platinum on your team, like a platinum tank, the enemy team's going to have a platinum tank. They're going to try to make it equal. They're going to try to mirror the matches.
I think that's actually huge.
It's
Because then that means
especially
you can have
huge for GM
Yeah.
players and Ultimate players because they had a hard time being able to match up with their friends. I'm pretty sure. Like, what was the roadblock for them playing together? Like, they had to be within 500, 500 or
I
closer placements
I
for top
don't
500.
know for Jam or top 500.
Me neither. But I remember it just being very strict. Like, for Master, isn't it like within 1,000? No, not
I
1,000.
don't know.
Maybe. Or is it within one skill tier? I don't know. I don't really pay attention to the higher ranks. I mean, I'm currently sitting around like mid masters, high diamond.
so wait, does that mean that like if I were to play Overwatch right now in my bronze one or whatever
Yes.
lowest rank there is, I would
Uh huh.
basically get
Yeah.
matched up with someone of my same type. So I'd
Yeah.
have an equal, supposedly.
And if you're playing with
Bro,
us, you'll
That
be going against people who
makes
are
it
just as good.
that
just
makes it
download
so
Overwatch.
much more accessible to people who are
Nah,
just like
he's
getting into
played
the
it.
game and want to play with their friends. I
You
played
should
it.
download
It has
Overwatch.
not been my game. I'm gonna be honest. Like I'm not the biggest fan. I'm not the biggest class based games. I don't really play those kind of. I don't really
Anything
play
that's kind of
class based
repetitive.
games. But you know these guys apparently like it a lot.
Yep,
Uh,
a lot.
I mean I don't know. It's like because like yeah, like being able to match with like people of my own skill level sounds like a really interesting deal too. I like that. That's good. That's a good change. Makes it more accessible to other players. That's cool. Um, but yeah.
Um,
My question though is like because you guys, I've heard your guys' Overwatch like your guys' Overwatch complaints. Wouldn't you guys like complain if you got matched like if you had like a team of like a few bronzes and then their bronzes were like more capable than your bronzes or something like that basically?
You're talking about if the
Like
enemy team has like are in this scenario, are we the high ranking players in that team and everyone
yeah, I
else is
would say you guys
bronze?
like I would say like you guys are like high like basically like because like I'm decently skeptical if like that will actually be 100% of the case. Like if you have like diamond, diamond, gold, gold, and then one bronze, the other team will be exactly diamond, diamond, gold, gold, and
Okay,
bronze.
that problem only exists if you're doing that within a group.
Yeah,
If the skill division between you and your friend are super high, you're going to be going against people who are doing the exact same thing. with the skill difference being super high. If you're solo queuing, they're going to put you into matches that are more placed into maybe duos or people who are just solo queuing. So you won't really have that really occurring.
That depends on how many people do play Overwatch, because that's a lot of matchmaking you have to like do that. I'm just basically saying, like, do you see yourself complaining about like if like it doesn't go 100% your way, where it's like, bro, why do I have this
That's
bronze
always a
player
thing.
in my game, bro? What
Dude,
the freak?
dude, I've been playing some master lobbies lately where people who are like masters too, and they don't understand how to group up for some reason. It boggles my mind. It's like I'm playing bronze when I'm in masters. It's stupid. That happened so many times. Like literally 2 days ago when I was streaming. So many times. I think Fighter was there to watch it. It was insanity.
Huh?
Mhm.
Interesting.
Actual insanity. No one knows how to group up in masters. But somehow in Diamond everyone actually knows how to target one person. It's crazy. The mindset is just not there.
Interesting.
So what about the new map they're gonna be introducing, Hanaoka? They're gonna be bringing back
Yeah.
Hanamura, the 2-point objective.
Mhm.
Riko, what do you think about that?
What?
They're gonna be bringing back the Hanamura map. You remember that one
Uh,
where Genji and Hanzo used to live, the big temple area in Japan?
because I was wondering, I haven't seen that shit in a while. Why'd they delete it in the first place? Or
Because
why they removed it?
it was a 2-point objective map,
Yeah.
and they got rid of any of those maps, even the Horizon Lunar Colony, because it didn't fit the 5v5 playstyle.
Man, I don't understand. Man, I actually like that shit though. They tripping with that shit. I ain't gonna
Yeah.
lie.
I mean, it
That
was
was one of my
either.
favorite maps too.
I mean, those maps, even the devs themselves have said that they were kind of broken and a bit hard for the attacker side to even get the point. It,
That's true. There are too
yeah.
many spots where like the defense was just insane, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm. Almost
Mhm.
impossible for players to even do anything, and that's one of the
I
reasons why they
remember
got rid of Hanamura. There's
I remember trying to do that shit back in sometimes
sometimes
what?
the whenever people try to get past the first choke point at the gate, they will just get stopped and never be able to get past, or even take the first objective. That's one of the complaints that they had, and one of the reasons why they took out that map.
I
But
mean that's
yeah,
facts.
so the new map is not going to be at that same location, but it's going to be maybe a block or two away. It's going to be behind the temple. At least that's what I've heard from other Overwatch pro
Oh,
players.
okay.
Like,
It
I
might be
think it was
Overwatch.
Flats.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Flats
think
was.
Flats explain that, or even Stylosa. That's going to be the back of the temple, where there's going to it's like a shopping district esque thing, and instead of it being a push map or a control point map like the King of the Hill type stuff we've been seeing like recently, where we have to
Yeah.
capture 3 objectives to win.
Yeah.
It's going to be called
Mhm.
a what was it called again, Fighter?
Uh, um. Clash.
Clash, and that's supposed to be 5-point objective where the points are
Yeah.
set as permanent, and you have to retake control of the objective, right?
Alright, bro. What the
Mhm.
not
Now,
that bad.
for the TF2 players, I'm watching Clash will it is basically 5 CP. So think 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 of well, Five Gorge Badlands and those maps.
Yes, because those are the only two audiences we have. We have Overwatch fans and TF2 fans, and no one else. It's just
Yes, that's exactly
for
right.
you Call of Duty
Indeed.
fans at home. This map is very simple anyway.
I
And
mean,
you seem like the type of person to
Blizzard,
play Warzone.
And Activision are the same company. Well, used to be.
Yeah.
They're separate now
Mm-hmm.
because Windows bought them out. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Amazing.
it's gonna be a lit time for Overwatch in the years. near a couple
Overwatch
seasons.
Sunday.
Yeah.
Hopefully. Sorry about that.
No, you're
Oh.
fine. But I think we
Oh.
should end it here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any final words? Expressing thoughts.
Nobody can beat Gojo in a 1-on-1. It doesn't matter who it is. Nobody can beat Gojo in a 1-on-1.
I keep thinking you're talking about JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. I swear.
I know, right?
Gojo is
Yes,
just
I don't
like
think anyone could beat JoJo.
No, guys, we're talking about JoJo Siwa. The
Don't know who that
influencer.
is.
Nobody,
Don't
Who?
worry about it. No, no,
Don't.
don't
nobody
look
can
it
beat
up.
I don't know.
Gojo. Nobody can beat Gojo. Nobody
JoJo?
can beat Gojo. in the fight.
Okay.
Okay, and we still haven't figured out what to call everybody. What are we gonna call the audience? Think of a random
Do
word.
we need to,
Just think of a random word. Just think of hurry.
we've already
Hurry.
come up
Banana,
with
banana,
creative-
banana,
What?
banana,
What?
banana.
Assets?
we've already-
Assets, yeah.
All right, we're calling
No,
it that.
banana
No.
people.
No, we just call them
Banana peels,
Overwatch
banana
fans and
peels,
TF2
banana
fans.
peels, banana
Obviously.
peels,
All right,
banana peels.
everyone.
There.
Goodbye.
You did not.